I'm here with Jane, and I was gonna work on the off switch game with her, and I figured I would just make a tutorial video out of it. So the off switch game is basically teaching my dog to get jazzed up, but then bring their energy level back down. So what this can turn into is my dog can automatically lower their arousal level in any sort of situation. So if my dog tends to get very excited when they see other dogs on a walk, they have practiced bringing their energy level down themselves, so it becomes easier for them. They tend to bark at dogs walking past the house, or anyone who comes to the house if they bark at that. Or if your dog tends to just get very excited and you have a hard time calming them down in those situations. So what I'm going to do is the first few times I'm going to help Jane out, and then I'm going to see if I can actually get her to default into this off switch behavior. So the off switch behavior is essentially what I see right now. So Jane is lying down. She's not quite relaxed, so you might be able to see she's in Sphinx position. I would love to see her kind of rested onto a hip like that, but I can only expect so much from my dog. Generally, the backyard is very exciting for her, and I'm holding a ball, which is like the world's most exciting thing for her. So I'm gonna kind of give her a break if she does do the, if she lays in Sphinx position. But basically, I want her lying down. That's what I'm going for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by getting her jazzed. We're gonna play a little bit of play with the toy. I'm not gonna go crazy excited here because she can get really, really jazzed up with the toy. So I'm gonna do some simple games. Then I'm gonna ask her in a down position. I'm just gonna lure her just to make it nice and easy. So actually I'm not gonna ask her, just lure her. Once I get that position, I'm gonna reinforce her a few times with treats, and then I'm gonna start the game again. And then what I'd like to eventually see is if I can take the ball and just wait, and she gives me this automatically. And I'm also looking to fade away the treats quite quickly. So I'll demonstrate how this looks. So I'm gonna start by getting her a little bit of jazz. Catch. She was a little too relaxed. Catch. Good girl. Catch. So I'm making it nice and easy. I'm keeping it pretty low energy. You can see she's already getting pretty excited about that toy. Then I'm gonna get her into that down. I'm gonna pick up the toy, and I'm just gonna reinforce her a lot right now for staying in this position, because this is really hard for her. So she's getting lots of treats for staying in that down. You notice I didn't actually say the word down, I just lured her. Then I'm gonna get her back up, bite. Good, I'm getting her a little bit more jazz this time because she was a little low energy before. We got her a little jazz. Then I'm just gonna let go of the toy. That's my cue that the game is over. I'm gonna lure her into a down, give her some treats for that, and we're just gonna wait. So what I'm doing is I'm teaching her that her energy level can come up, but it can go back down. Bite. So then I'm gonna reinforce that low energy with high energy again. So I'm gonna get her kind of a little bit more jazz this time. Yeah, good girl. All right, I'm gonna let go of the toy. I do wanna pick it up because I want her to know that it's potentially in play if I get a behavior I like. She's not defaulting to the position I want her to be in right now, so she's saying this is still a little bit too hard. I got very jazzed there. Just gonna lure her down, give her some treats, and I'm gonna just give her a couple seconds just to kind of relax. I'm gonna feed her in a way that's gonna shift her hips so that she gets more into that relaxed position, because you saw she can stand right up from that Sphinx position very quickly, and I don't want that. Good, so now I can hold the toy out. She's a little bit more focused on the treats, a little bit more relaxed. Okay, catch. Catch! The treats were too reinforcing. Did you get them all, silly? Can you bite? There we go. She likes bite better than catch. Good girl. So I'm not gonna get her quite as jazzed as last time because I would like to see if I automatically get that behavior from her. I'm not gonna pick up the toy because that seems to be a little bit harder for her. So I'm gonna see if the toy stays on the ground, if I get the default behavior I want. Good girl. Bite. So I'm not even going to reinforce that with treats because she clearly just wanted to play tug with the toy. So I'm just going to reinforce it with that because it seemed like the treats made it a little hard for her to go from eating to playing. So same thing, I'm going to let go. I'm not going to pick up with the toy because that would seem to be hard for her. I'm just going to wait for her to figure this out. So this is still taking longer than I would want it to, and that's why we practice anything, right? So ultimately my goal is as soon as I let go of that toy, she drops into that down position. But this is how she kind of learns and figures it out. If I felt that she was getting frustrated or she disengaged with me, I would bring treats back into the game. But I want to see if she kind of figures this out on her own, and we might get a little interruption by Reese here. Good girl. So see how just waiting allowed her to kind of figure it out. What did I do last time that got me that toy? Bite. Good girl. All right. And so that's how we teach an off switch behavior. So you notice that I never get the energy level up too much. I set my dog up for success, even though this was a little bit hard for her. If I were to find that she got frustrated, I would just help her a little bit more. But that's how we teach our dogs to basically learn how to manage their energy level on their own. The more she practices this, the better she's going to get at it, doing that down. And in order to do the down, it requires a decrease in energy. And so that's going to ultimately help her learn to do that naturally on her own.